So these Music Sunday meditations can be a bit of a challenge. In the midst of the festive and beautiful music, the meditation is to offer a thoughtful spoken word. It's supposed to be long enough to allow the choir members a few moments to rest their voices, but succinct enough to be sure as to not take too much time away from the music. So as I was pondering all of this and how in this short time to bring to life that holy, starry night that was interrupted by the strains of angelic voices, I came across a piece of work, a piece written by Anne Weems. You'll find it in your order of worship if you want to follow along with me when I read it later. I asked Pat to print it up in case you want to put it on your fridge or on your desk. But it so captures why now more than ever, this Advent, we need the stable, the star, and we need the voices of angels. So from Anne Weems, wouldn't it be wonderful if Advent came filled with angels and alleluias? Wouldn't it be perfect if we were greeted on these December mornings with the hovering of heavenly hosts, tuning their harps and brushing up on their fa-la-las? Wouldn't it be incredible if their music filled our waking hours with the promise of peace on earth, and if each Advent night we dreamed of nothing but goodwill? Wouldn't we be ecstatic if we could take those angels shopping, or trim the tree, or have them hold our hands and dance through our houses decorating? And oh, how glorious it would be to sit in church next to an angel and sing our Hark the Heralds. What an Advent that would be, what Christmas spirit we could have. An angel-filled Advent has so many possibilities. But in lieu of that, perhaps we can give thanks for the good earthly joys we have been given, for the earthly angels that we know who do such a good job of filling our Advent with alleluias. So who are the earthly angels in your life? In this time of fake news, good news, bad news, difficult news, who are those earthly angels that come into your life and speak those alleluias, those moments of good news that lift up your spirit? Who are the earthly angels in your life? For me, when I first read this piece, I immediately thought of two earthly angels who shared such good news with me and Jim that it altered our lives forever. There was the earthly angel Louise Plesha, a social worker, who told us that there was a 4-month-old baby girl waiting for us in China to come home and be our daughter. And there was the retired pediatrician Nancy Hendry, who called us from Cambodia the day we moved into our new home to tell us that there was a 6-week little boy named Chetra who was ready to come home and to be our son. Those were wonderful moments of alleluias from earthly angels, but perhaps what's even more uplifting to our spirits are those earthly angels sitting next to us that are part of our daily lives and find ways to fill our lives with alleluias and with good news. There's the person, that earthly angel, that sends you a text and says, "I've been thinking about you. How are you?" There's the earthly angel that sends an email and says, "I know you rehearsed those bell pieces a whole lot. That was great. Thanks for making that music." There's the earthly angels that greet you and say, "How are you? I am so glad to see you this morning." There's the earthly angels that give you a call on the phone and say, "I've been thinking about you. You want to go out to lunch sometime?" Now, more than ever, we need this Advent season. The stable, God is with us, the star, the heavenly places, and we need the angel voices. We need those angels earthly angels that day after day bring alleluias into our lives. Let's be those earthly angels, bringing an alleluia one after another into each other's lives. And let's enjoy some beautiful music.